When you look back maybe a decade from now, what do you hope Kimmeridge will have changed?
Bring pragmatism back to the discussion. Everybody wants the same thing, low cost power and energy on demand with the smallest possible carbon footprint. There's still 1 billion people in energy poverty. Telling them that they can't use coal, gas, or oil doesn't make a lot of sense when you're in energy poverty.
One of the early calls that you made and that I think people know Kimmeridge for is consolidation. Do you think that wave of consolidation that we saw now pauses?
The big basin to me that has obvious consolidation is the Delaware. And still the Eagle Ford, I think, is relatively disaggregated. In the Haynesville, all the transactions we've been seeing on the gas side are new buyers coming from the international arena. 90 to 95% of all the big US gas producers are sitting in their domestic bubble, not understanding where their consumer is and what they're willing to pay. Power prices and gas are going to become a political hot potato, I think, as we go towards the next election. Small areas where there's big data centers and power prices going up, permitting and regulation, how many different agencies have to get involved in everything that we're doing. If you can optimize that power grid and getting those electrons in the right location, which is candidly why you've seen data centers move towards the resource base, because it's easier to move the data center than it is to move the electrons.
You formed a company called Chestnut Carbon. Tell us a little bit about that.
I think we've been unrealistic in saying, oh, there's some low-cost nirvana of how to remove carbon. We want them to take the really expensive portion that it would be really hard for them to abate. And we want to give them a mechanism where they can offset that by buying genuine carbon removal credits. There's this sort of ideological belief system, which candidly only goes to impair progress. It's the whipsawing between the extremities that make investment incredibly difficult. If I achieve anything, it's bring people towards a more pragmatic middle, try and keep power prices in check, and we can minimize the carbon footprint associated with it.